a situation where you're attempting to make a decision with someone else, maybe in a group or just between the two of you, and the other person is clinging to outdated information, or worse yet, refusing to acknowledge the veracity or relevance of new information that would make a significant difference in the decision that you're working toward. Well, if you have, they have been experiencing cognitive dissonance. Maybe it's a new sales lead management system that's going to replace a series of spreadsheets, and a colleague is adamant that the current system works just fine and that a new system is unnecessary and an expense and so forth. But when people ignore or deny information that conflicts with their existing belief system, they are experiencing cognitive dissonance. Their brain is grappling with the difference between new information and what they believe to be true. And when there's a gap, especially a sizable gap, between what someone deeply believes and what is true, well, it's uncomfortable. And the brain seeks to make that difference go away. This can produce counterproductive behavior and sometimes even irrational and bizarre behavior. Denial, excuse-making, and failure to see the obvious. So, what do you do when someone's exhibiting these behaviors? How do you get them to see the new information as valid and integrate it into their existing knowledge base? Well, start by stating what they do believe, at least to the best of your knowledge. It might sound like something like this. If I understand you correctly, the sales process that we're using right now works just fine. Starting from their baseline makes them feel understood and it validates their position. Next, point out a problem with the current state and one that directly impacts them. With our current system, the senior leaders have to rely on self-reported data when determining who's exceeded their sales quotas. Get agreement to the problem and then point out to them how it specifically impacts them and you. You and I both know that others have received bonuses when they really shouldn't have. And then make a clear link to the new information, or the system in this case, and how it can solve the problem. Finally, if at all possible, give them some time to think about it. Suggest that you meet again in a few days to regroup so they've got time to integrate that new knowledge. When cognitive dissonance runs deep, it will take a bit of time and patience to integrate that new information into the other person's reality. So the next time you run into erratic, unreasonable, or bizarre behavior from someone, take a moment to consider if there's a significant difference between the new information and their existing belief structure. If so, you're probably dealing with cognitive dissonance. Use the tips presented in this video and a dose of patience to reduce the gap between their beliefs and the new information so that you can make a decision that's in the best interests of all and that everyone can buy into. That's today's video blog. I'm Janel Anderson with Working Conversations.